Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have gotten Stop Killing Games initiative past the 100,000 mark for the United Kingdom and the 1 millionth mark for the European Union. Now, this is a great day in history. I think this is something that could very well be in the history books, at least like a little little footer there, right? So basically, Pirate Software, which it's made some huge controversy regarding this, really made this initiative succeed. I mean, I have to thank him. Like this guy, he made two videos. He started up a whole internet war. Not even a war. It's more like everybody, against him and he against the world. But it's just really great to see that he really pushed this to where the initiative reached its goal in like a week, which is awesome. Now, since my last video, I have gotten more information. I've thought about this more, and I've also watched more of Pirate Software's videos and kind of takes on this. Now, I obviously, I watched also the, Ross's video about, his response to Pirate Software's videos and all of that stuff. And I really think that, Pirate Software is, just kind of went in a direction that was, he didn't understand it. He made a take. He said something, and once like everybody started being like, "Oh wait, you're really misrepresenting. This is misinformation." He was like, "No, it's not." And I think the reason he did that is because at that point it was far too late, at least in his mind, to say, "Okay, I was wrong." Now it's not like I think the internet has a bad rap of crucifying people with different opinions. I don't think having a different opinion is necessarily wrong, but watching the situation, what he kind of said and did also was just it was just, I mean, come on. Like, I mean, when you have that kind of an audience, like, you should have a little bit more responsibility. You have more responsibility to really give accurate takes and really kind of convey information accurately. And if you don't, then you kind of need to, really be careful with what you do next, right? Now, obviously, this whole situation, it's like, who cares anymore, right? I mean, the initiative surpassed, we won. And what I hope to see is that, when July 31st does come, that, there's enough signatures, even with the, invalid ones, that people start discussing this because I'm a gamer, right? And a lot of games could just be shut down one day that I play, that I love, and games also that I want to play in the future. Not only games that, okay, I'm playing right now, but also a lot of games that I look at and, okay, I can't buy this game right now and play it, but maybe in a year, in 2 years, maybe I'll play it, and that could really be taken away from me as a person. It's not only about the people who play the games, it's also for the people who would like to play them at some point but can't play them currently. Now, I don't know. I watched a lot of Pirate Software's videos, and I was like, okay, this guy, he's an interesting individual because from one point of view he has a lot of credibility as a game developer. Personally, I've only made one game in Unity in my whole life. I did make a text based adventure game, like Zorks or something, but that's about all of my expertise with creating video games. So he does have credibility, and that's why this whole situation is so, in my opinion, hot and weird. Is that such a person who should be like rather really intelligent, really did not have a necessarily intelligent take. Now it's totally fine to have a wrong take. I think that's one thing that also he did speak about. Like I watched one of his videos, I forgot exactly which one, but he did say that he apologized for being mean, an asshole, and all of that stuff, which I really do respect. But he did not change his views, which is like whenever I was watching that video, I was like, okay, that's, I mean, yeah, obviously, it's like freedom of speech and thought, all of that good stuff. But I really think that it's just a matter of, okay, I can't say that I was wrong, and that's actually a very very common thing, but not a very good thing, is that a lot of people, they have an opinion and they can't admit when they were wrong. And I think that's it's more of also like, let's say a person has a lot of credibility, right? For example, Bart Software, he's a guy that was very well respected, that had a lot of credibility, and to be wrong in such a scale, it's personally, I would have a lot of trouble saying, okay, I was wrong, and I think that's just human. But enough about that. That's all said and done with. But I'm really happy that we actually made this happen. Like, I hope at least one person from my previous video did go and did actually sign the initiative, which I'm really, really hoping I did. Kind of at least be at least a part of that. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm really excited for to see how this continues. I'm really excited. Plus, like the initiative, I really looked it over. Right, I looked it over and kind of dug deeper. The initiative is like really, how do I put this? It's very, very reasonable. That's what the initiative itself. It's not asking for too much. It's not trying to do something just idiotic or something that really realistically couldn't be done. It's really just an initiative that tries to say, okay, if you're gonna shut down your servers, you can do that, but at least give people the tools to run it themselves if they want to. So, for example, like Hearthstone, right? I mean, I like Hearthstone. So let's say Blizzard tomorrow shuts down Hearthstone. I mean, okay. In today's world, it will be like, okay, I can't play this game, anymore. But like, if they do pass these laws, if what Stop Killing Games actually succeeds, then the situation would be like, okay, they shut it down. I can't play with any person, but I can still maybe find a friend, teach let them like maybe buy the game or get the game somehow, and be like, okay, let's play it together. Obviously, not with other people, but like together. Like, I can still play a card game with my friend on this platform, self-hosting or something like that, right? You don't have to make the game single player or anything like that. It's just that I can still at least experience part of the game, and that's something that's in the initiative, is that, oh, this game reasonably playable state. They're not asking for the game to be, exactly as advertised. No, they're asking the game to be reasonably playable. So I can still play with my friend, but I can't play on a global network on Blizzard servers. So I really don't understand like what the hell is. I already explained all this, but I'm really glad about this. I am so happy that this actually succeeded, because this is something that I'm a real, really, I'm a gamer, right? And I've just seen, I kind of been realizing that this whole gaming thing is that buying really isn't owning anymore. And I'm really glad that that's going to be less of the case. Obviously, you're still paying only for a license, but like in a world where that license is essentially owning the game, it's like, it's what's the problem, right? I mean, if that license still allows you to play the game offline, and it still allows you to, play the game even once the server's shut down, like it's fine, right? I mean, in general, like nobody has a problem with the terminology. People have the problem with the real thing. Like, if like people don't have a problem with licenses, people have a problem with not being able to play the game. If you could have the worst consumer terminology ever, but as long as you can play the game, there is no problem. Obviously, I'm talking more about like there could be any terminology, but as long as you're guaranteed to be able to play the game with that license, it's fine. Even if it says renting it, I mean, uh, actually, that no, that's totally different. I'm wrong to say that. But yeah, it's just as long as people are still kind of owning the game, there's no problem, right? So yeah, that's kind of the recent situation. I'm really happy that this worked out. I'm really happy that this controversy happened, not only because we got this beautiful initiative signed and now in action, but also the fact that Pirate Software got exposed a little bit. I know it's not a good thing to, kind of say, okay, well, that's a good, good thing he got exposed or something like that. But I think that through situations like this, you can really kind of see what a person is really like. Because it's really easy for, I think what was happening essentially. I don't know exactly what was happening. I can't say that I know exactly what's happening in a person's life, obviously, but I think that what was happening is that he, was so confident in himself, and that, this whole thing that anything he says is gospel, really kind of went over, his head, and he's like, okay, whatever I say is like, reasonable, and he kind of lost the impression that he could be wrong, right? And this kind of situation also revealed that even when, he clearly is wrong, it's really hard for him to admit it, because he hasn't been, I don't know exactly all of the situations he has been, so maybe there was a different situation, but I think that this kind of really just shed light on a person's personality when they're not, always right, when they're actually wrong, and now we get to see how they respond to that situation of being wrong. Like it's like it's very scientific, right? If a person is like for 10 years always right, no problems, and then they are wrong at some point, it's basically a social experiment to see how they react. But I'm not a psychologist; I can't really also be. Goddamn, making YouTube videos about topics like this, made me really realize that I really am not an expert in anything. So my opinion, while it's still valuable. I mean, look at Pirate Software; he has all of the credibility in the world. Yet still he can be wrong. So I think I have to be even more careful. And I think experience is the best credibility you can have. But yeah, so that's kind of my take on this whole situation. I am really, really happy. We got him signed. I really like the guy Ross. Accursed Farms. I think he's just a genuinely great guy. And I'm really happy that this whole thing worked out, because he's such an awesome dude, man. I love him. Shout out to him. He's so cool. This guy single handedly saved games. Okay, not single handedly. I mean, people that's all the people who democratically signed. Also, uh, also did part, but he's the one who initiated and did it. Got in this drama, and with this drama, he used this drama as a weapon, as a weapon to do what he was trying to do, you know. But yeah, obviously that's a joke. But yeah, let's thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like if you liked it, dislike if you dislike it. Live long and prosper. Goodbye.